What's going on, everyone? This is your boy AshTheMan, and what's going on? And we are here to talk about ReZero episode 6, the Maiden's Gospel. Now, your boy's on a roll because I'm making sure to be up to date with all these reviews. I do have plans on catching up with No Guns Life because I hear JJ and VGL talk about it. So definitely, I'm gonna try to get caught up with that since I'm kind of like up to date with really all of these other animes that I've been reviewing, and maybe I can squeeze in that a little bit. But yeah. For all the newcomers, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, leave a comment below. I would definitely appreciate it. Other than that, let's go ahead and get started. Now, ReZero, if you look at the last episode, you got to see that that Subaru pretty much got his guts, pulled out by old girl. Pretty much, I would say, like the first real villain that kind of like made themselves present. I mean, they never really killed her. She kind of retreated, but she has a new contract and she has to fulfill that contract, which is I'm gonna dive into that a little bit later. But when he died, it puts him back at when Amelia wakes up from the first trial. I thought they was going to take it back when he kind of like entered that little mini village and he's convincing them to move out, to go out to the burial while Amelia stays there to take the test on. But however, they put him back that far. So definitely it's some things that has to be taken care of from beyond him talking to Roswell. And again, he still makes that very known when he discusses with everybody that he still don't have 100% trust in Roswell. So Subaru making changes to what he said and did before. He kind of trying to convince Amelia to allow him to take the remaining test, which she does get offended, and people does scratch their head like, okay, you say you took the test, you passed, but you don't have faith in Amelia for doing it. So I think his choice was kind of wrong, in which that you can't consider that this particular second chance would be the last chance. Honestly, like I said in my video, or the last one, is that I think he's gonna die at least 4 to 5 times before he do so. The reason I'm giving that high number, because it's a lot that's going on this time around, and not saying that the danger level is that high. I mean, there's always danger, but I don't think it's going to be much like a catastrophic as the last arc to season 1. But however, there's a lot of things going on. There's the mystery around Roswell, is the sanctuary, and basically the trials. Since it's 3 parts, Amelia really having trouble with it. Subaru has to find a handle on giving her the proper push without pushing her too much. And then it's the whole thing with Frederica that they don't know if she's playing on, what's her plans, things like that. There's a lot to go around with her brother. It does become known that they are siblings and probably don't have the greatest relationship, but they are siblings. But they don't have the greatest relationship. But then it's the whole thing with the villagers not wanting to leave the sanctuary. So there's quite a few things going on there. Old girl appearing up and all the doors being open at the mansion is definitely something that's very interesting. And don't forget what Ram told Subaru in the previous episode is what to tell her. What's her name? Rebecca or Roberta, to tell her pretty much ask the question Roswell, or something like that. I forgot what's the question, but it's pretty simple. But continue off where Subaru's making changes. He does convince Roswell to kind of like let the people know he want to go back to the mansion a few days early, going by himself. Roswell's like, well, if you do suspect something, you do suspect Frederica, she can kill you. She can basically, you don't have anything to really go on. So he sent Ram. Now she's not really totally convinced of going, but she still goes. Now Subaru had to go another route of getting that crystal around Garth's neck. Instead of Garth giving it to him, them kind of like having like that bottom moment the first time. Ram ended up, because he has a thing for Ram. That's the whole thing. So she was able to convince him to get the thing around him, and that's when Subaru goes into letting her know that Ram is Ram's younger sister, which Ram doesn't have anything, any memories. But when they make it to the mansion and she actually sees her, she is convinced that is her sister, just that it still draws a blank for it. It does not, like, the memories come rushing back due to the events that happened in the first episode. Now, Frederica, now them having a conversation with Frederica, I don't think Frederica is a betrayer, but I do think she knows things that's going on that involves the sanctuary and its people that she's not telling on, and it's because the contract she has that doesn't allow her to do so. Now, Ram gave some type of demands and telling her that you're just gonna go to the sanctuary with us, and she said okay. It's kind of like she kind of bullied her into it, but she said that's something that she has to do. Now, in the midst of this, that's when old girl came into there, and that's when the attack on the mansion happens. Now, I know Subaru got injured, and Frederica got a few needles, but she ended up transforming, so I think the damage is nearly done. But the idea is that Ram posed the idea about them, them four of them leaving Roberta, I'm gonna keep on calling Roberta because I don't remember her name, and Ram behind. Subaru got offended, and they plan on saving those two. Now, with their plan in motion, Frederica goes to fight old girl while the other two, the other three goes and try to get Ram and Roberta. Now, unfortunately, they met with another transformation dog, a dark one. And Ram's supposed to defend it while Subaru and old girl go another route and trying to do so, but however, day is interrupted, things start going bleak, and when Subaru regains consciousness after being thrown through a wall, a window, and stuff like that, he noticed that old girl Petra's hand is kind of like just broken off. And when he meets old girl, she pretty much says that somebody, paid me to try to meet you here in exactly the time that he did in the last one, which would have been 2 days from now. So that's really interesting to see that, like, somebody actually paid her to hunt Subaru down. So there is a traitor amongst the mist. We just don't know who, and it could be the leader of the village who they have to convince. It could be numerous people. It could probably even be Roswell himself. We don't know, but however, she did make it known that she's not going to give up the client. Interesting. Now, as far as when she goes to the attack, he tried to protect Ram, and pretty much Roberta makes her presence be known and saves Subaru. So, because she pretty much could control which door goes where. And when he opened up the door, he goes to the library, and once the door closed, she can make that door pop up anywhere. Now, Subaru, I don't know, he has the luck, he has the hands, but he has found her library each time he think that was the door, and it kind of annoyed her, but she still found it impressive. And that's where the episode ended off. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of mystery that's going on here. And sorry if this review is kind of like lengthy. It's just that, like, it's brainstorming. And that's one of the reasons that I like ReZero, is because of the fact that when Subaru's in these situations, you got to think about what he needs to do different. Now, of course, I think he went into the second thing. Majority of the things he did was wrong. Like, for one, I don't think like he should have kind of like made that jump for Amelia to not take the trials. Really kind of offended her, so I don't think he should have really did that. He did get clarification that Frederica, she got information she's withholding, but I don't think that she is the one that set them up. It's somebody else at large that sent old girl to the mansion. So somebody else, and it has to be somebody that knows the mansion and stuff like that. Maybe it's the pact that Frederica has with that certain someone that could be at it. It could be Roswell himself. It has to be somebody that knows about that mansion. So that's definitely a mystery in itself. And then also it's a lot to do with Roberta. Like, her name is mentioned quite a few times, so I want to see what's her role in this. Why the reason she says Subaru? Does she knows more about this about the witch blood and the whole trials thing? I would definitely love to see. But other than that, I think this is where I'm gonna end this review at, because I think these things need to be answered, and it will be in due time. So I want to see how Subaru kind of like plays this all out, what interesting things he may do the second time around, because I think he is going to make the choice in the matter of getting killed, just so that he can try to replay everything over with the knowledge he learns for what him and Roberta is going to talk about. So definitely, I think this is going to be very, very interesting. Yeah. But again, thank you guys for definitely tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment below what you guys thought about the episode. If you're not into ReZero, but you still stop by the video, I definitely appreciate it. But I do recommend you guys watch ReZero. It's really good. Really good. Like I said, it keeps your mind going. Other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And again, thank you so much for being part of the channel. It definitely is making me motivated to keep on making these videos. Thank you so much.